Ready.
All right, let's do this. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, everybody.
It's funny. Of course, the moment that everything happens beforehand, it's like the moment everything like that happens, that it's always like a small technical error. You know what I mean?
Every time.
So, folks, as you see, B's camera was a little glitchy. It's probably, unfortunately, my Discord, so I apologize. That's probably my fault. But we got it going, so let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's what matters. So this is the indie. This has been a project that I've been talking to B for a while, for a while. But we got a chance to actually get together and actually do this finally. B never has tech issues. Nah, no. What's a tech issue? What are you talking about? Yeah, we decided that we wanted to really represent indie games, and this was a good way to do it. And this was a weird idea that I started, and B really helped to bring it together and actually make it a reality because my mind is a trap of ideas that just don't make sense, and B is a very logical person. So with
Yeah,
with
teamwork to make the dream work. Keep each
exactly
other in
teamwork,
line. So,
exactly. So we got this together, and this is the mid first episode, so it's probably going to be funny what we do and things that we are. Where it's a learning process, and super excited for this. So welcome to the indie. Now, the first thing that I want to do right now is actually we don't start this off with we want to start this off with what we've been playing. So B, tell me a little bit about what you've been playing a little bit with Whitethorn and everything.
we've been playing all kinds of titles lately. The most recent one we did was on Monday, though. We played a game called Lumote, and it's an adorable 3D um, puzzle game. And you play as this cute little squishy character, and you're trying to take back the world from the master moat, and it's got a lot of underwater vibes to it. Some of the characters were designed off of sea slugs, which are really colorful and bright and kind of magical looking little creatures. And then succulents was another um like aspect they tried to base the design off of, and it was really cool. And the devs came by and talked to us, and yeah, that's been my favorite probably this week.
Actually,
um
very cool. That sounds like an awesome game, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We met them at the ID at Xbox at PAX West. They ended up being uh, booth mates with us at Whitethorn. So
Oh wow, that actually works out really well, honestly. So cute and colorful. That sounds. I think that's actually the one I think I came in and saw you, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" Because you were flying across the ocean, and the dragon was chasing you, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Well, that's awesome. I've been playing. Honestly, besides the indie day with the secret neighbor, I've been playing a handful. Um, I got myself onto Atlas again last week, and let me tell you, Atlas came like definitely has come a long way since the launch. I wouldn't say they're ready yet. Like they're not ready for everything, and I think unfortunately they got a really bad rep for what happened with the launch. But I think it's still a really good game. I really do.
it's
I
just
still
gonna take
got
some
the
time, like Ark did, to
yeah.
get things balanced and polished. And I played it um on one of my streams for a couple hours, and it's a lot to take in one stream.
And
Definitely like
that's
to
a
spend some more time in it.
yeah, and that's the thing with it too. It is a lot to take in. Like they almost don't give you a tutorial. They just they go say tell you just get out there and just do it. Like it's like a Nike
Yeah,
commercial, you
yeah, it
know?
was really difficult. I had a hard time surviving. I died probably like 10 times within 2 hours of starting the game.
Oh my
So
god,
yeah, there
10
was
times.
a tutorial. You kind of skip over it if you don't, read everyone in the menu before you start the game. And it'd be kind of nice if they taught you along the way, and so you don't have to bounce back and forth.
Oh, that would be amazing because because teaching is probably the best way to do a game here.
Hmm.
um, definitely, yeah. Atlas got me, and then um, last night I played Citadel, and Citadel was something that we're gonna cover a little later, but that game, I've been playing since alpha, and Yeah, I've been off and on. Like the first time I got on, and alpha, obviously alpha indie games can be very rough.
Mhm.
This was rough. Like this was like they were passing out the keys, and you were playing it, and it was really rough.
Ooh,
Combat would be like the enemies would come up and try and hit you, and you try and hit back, and they'd hit you and then fly through your body, and then turn around and hit you again, and I'd be like, okay, is this magic? Like, did they just cast a spell, or what happened? Like, and
right.
it was rough, but I feel like they tried to do a really good job with it, and I feel like they finally got a grasp on it. So, but I'm gonna rant about that later, I'm sure. So,
Sounds good.
but yeah, let's get rolling into let's get into the indie reviews for the week. So what we do, guys, is obviously this is the first episode, so we're gonna explain everything what's going on. Um, with indies, there's a I can't tell you how many got released just this week alone. Probably gone through, I don't know, 200. I wish I was kidding. Probably 200 games. Maybe like, yeah. Oh my god. Like,
Yeah.
but the good thing about it is though the indies, some of the indies that were there, I didn't have to really look at because they were in a different language, and I don't speak Mandarin or Russian or anything like that. So
Mhm.
I skipped the ones though. I skipped those ones because I just couldn't understand them. But I think when we were reviewing the games, I definitely saw some games that I was like, "Holy moly!" Like, "Oh my god, I can't believe there's this many coming out in 1 week." It was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
But
it's pretty mind-blowing when people say, "Oh, I have nothing to play, nothing good's come out." Maybe there
yeah,
hasn't been any AAA titles launched, but there are, like you said, hundreds of indie games launched, and you're not gonna catch all of them. It's a fairly saturated market, so how do what to look for and what's a good game, what's coming out, and how to keep up with it?
that's where we come in.
Yes.
That's our job. So that's kind of what we're providing here, folks. Is we are going to be providing reviews and disclaimer. This is not going to be obviously every single game, like B said. There's so many that come out. We can't cover all of them, but these are the ones that we're going to be choice picking, and the ones that we think that we were going to review and probably you're going to get the most money for. And sometimes the reviews will be about some games that maybe aren't the most popular or anything like that, but that we're reviewing because they came out and they had good insight to them, and they had a good following to them. So we decided to kind of throw that in there, even if it's a negative review. We just want to make sure to give you the most honest review possible. So I know I talked to you about Secret Neighbor before, and
Hmm.
I want to start off with you here on Secret Neighbor because I know you have a very interesting opinion about Secret Neighbor.
Okay, so Secret Neighbor is a multiplayer social horror game, where let's see, where your group intrudes to try to rescue their friend from the neighbor from his creepy basement. Um, so if you've seen the game Hello Neighbor, it's the same setting, same neighbor. He creeps me out. I can't get past the whole like he's kidnapping these children. Like the whole game is based around kidnapping. He's got one of their friends in the basement. I see they're trying to rescue them, but when he captures you, you like burst into a pile of missing kid papers, and it just like I don't know, it weirds me out a little bit. Overall, though, I mean, it was a fun game. Great multiplayer with your friends. You basically start out, you're all kids trying to look for keys to unlock the basement, and one of you is undercover as the neighbor. He looks like one of the kids, but and you don't know which one of your friends it is, so you don't know who to trust. But
Yes, and that's exactly what it was too. Was the scary aspect of not knowing what it was. And you know what the funny thing is too? When I didn't notice the missing kids' papers until you pointed them out to me. Like
oh yeah,
you pointed it out to me, and then I was like, oh, those are missing kids. Oh, holy moly. Okay. Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, oh my god, yeah, you're right. And there's the missing kids paper right there, actually, in that little out thing. Um, yeah, I didn't notice that until you said something, and I was just like, holy moly, you're exactly right. This is quite ridiculous. And I mean, I enjoyed it because it was cool with the aspect like where one of them is a traitor,
Mhm.
and you have 6 kids, and it's like 1v5, and you can as the killer. My favorite thing when I was playing was that idea that you can transform back into one of the kids. Like you have the clown that can transform into one of your neighbors, and it was so creepy because it was the second game, and we had a full lobby, which I luckily was able to grab a couple people to play with me, and we had a full lobby, and I'm walking around, and I go into one of the rooms, and I'm like searching through the doors, and I turn around, and I'm standing in front of myself. So the neighbor had turned into me.
Oh, no.
So it even says Halios above it, and I'm like, we're all in Discord, and I'm screaming in Discord. I goes, guys, why am I here? I'm looking at myself right now. What's going on? Like I'm screaming at myself, full blast, and the whoever was the neighbor wasn't revealing obviously who they were, and they were just chasing me, and they caught me, and it was a memorable experience that was like super exciting, and I would like. I think everyone I played with pretty much liked it, but they said the killer was super OP because of that. Like you couldn't really do anything besides that.
Right, yeah, you
Um,
really had to stick with a buddy if you were gonna escape. If you were caught off guard by yourself, there was, like, no hope for you.
yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. Um, I really I like the concept. I agree with you. I think the behind can be disturbing to some people just because missing kids and stuff. I agree with you there, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like, innocent as it looks and, cartoony, and he's pretty iconic for Tiny Build. When you really think about it, like, their mascot is a kid. But, I mean, I assume the games are geared towards stopping him and saving your friends and things, but, you know, it's
And
interesting to kinda break those things apart. Like, why was this the design and, like, what's the story behind it? Because I played Hello Neighbor a good portion of it until it got really hard, and then I hadn't played it since, but
and
didn't
that's the
quite
thing
finish.
too. I want to say something about that. What you just said too. It's true. That is Tiny Build's mascot. Like that's his.
Mhm.
And like I don't think I know Tiny Build. I know Tiny Build's logo, but I don't think I know Tiny Build without knowing that guy. That's really is their mascot. Like they really
Yeah.
are that. So
Yeah, they
that's actually a
definitely
really good point. Oh
hmm.
man.
We'll have to get some
So
more story behind him.
they had they had what was it called? They had um a separate like a story one too for it.
Oh,
They had
really?
like
I
yeah
must
they
have
they
missed
had like
that
a
one.
story expansion to it. I pretty sure right around yeah they had like a story expansion to the actual game. I'm trying to think what it was because there was definitely a moment there where it was. Let's see. It was Hello Neighbor, hide and seek.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's I can look it up.
yeah, that's what it was. Hello Neighbor, hide and seek.
Oh, and that one was a story-driven one?
Yeah, it's a story. Like it's a story behind the
Oh.
actual. It's a story behind the actual game. Like and you're supposed to apparently it's supposed to have like the feels like one of the tiny build people was telling me that it's like super feely, like you get why he acts like he is and who he is.
Alright,
And
well, I'm gonna have to go back and, check that out and investigate a little bit.
I know, right? And apparently like you can actually go on YouTube if you want. If you don't want to have to go on the game, you could type in hello neighbor explain, and it'll tell
Oh,
you the whole story. It's like a 20-minute video.
alright. It's something for me to do on my plane trip.
Are you gonna have internet on your plane trip?
Huh? Oh,
Are
internet?
you
I don't know. Maybe I can download it.
I hope so. That trip, oh my god.
I'll be in the airport forever, so.
Oh, that's tough. So the second game that I wanted to bring up to is going to be a game called Lonely Mountains. This is actually a really cool game that I actually haven't gotten a chance to get a hands on with yet.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like one of those interesting games where it's definitely going to be big in like the speed running community.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. So I believe I remember seeing this one on Kickstarter.
hmm Yeah, you ride downhill. You're trying to get the best time going downhill. So most of these games they start you at the bottom of the hill and you're trying to go upwards. this one's definitely one of those ones where you're trying to go downhill, and it's building off the experience of like what's really popular is those YouTube videos of the guys with like the GoPros, and
Mhm.
they're like going down a path and flying down that path, and it really is building off of that. And first off, those guys are ridiculous because holy moly. But yeah, it's definitely showcasing that talent and being a part of that, and I think it's pretty cool. Have you ever been biking downhill before?
I have not. I haven't been on a bike years probably.
Hmm.
So, I'll have to experience it through the video game because there's no way I wouldn't like break my leg.
Oh my god, going down the hill. Yeah,
um,
you see him do it too. The ragdoll, like he hits a rock and he like flips over.
oh, there he goes. Yeah,
Oh
I just saw
god.
him fall off the mountain. Did you ever play? Was it Trials Fusion with the motorcycles and like having to
Yes.
kind of speed run those and achieve different challenges? I always loved that game.
Oh my god, yes. Trials Fusion was addiction because you're like just one more try, just one more try, just one more try. Yeah, I remember that. Actually, this kind of reminded
Yeah.
me of like a more open world Trials where you're trying to like you're trying to do these different things, and I didn't know, but from watching the video, you can actually like you don't have to stay on the path. You can actually go off the path, and like fly off the mountain and hope that you land on the right area. Like,
Right. Oh man, the gameplay of this is gonna be crazy when
oh,
people start like finding, shortcuts and tricks and things. That'll be really exciting.
I'm kind of interested to see it in like GDCC. You know, the or Summer Games Done Quick or GDDC, whatever it is, or Q or whatever. I got letters, I promise.
Some of those
Um,
letters somewhere.
yeah,
Gonna start
some
appearing.
letters and yeah, some letters in some place and sometimes something. Yeah. Um, definitely a game. I think I'm gonna end up playing it. It's only $20 too, so it's not too bad. On your wallet if you like games like this, it looks like it has a lot of content. Um, the maps look like they have different difficulty too, so you definitely get your price for it. But I just know that I'm gonna play this game for a couple hours, and I know I'm gonna crash everywhere. Like I just
Oh
know
yeah,
it.
just gonna be blood splatter left and
Oh,
right.
oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be horrible. I can't wait.
It looks like it feels really good when you get in a groove. Like
Yeah,
this game looks like it feels good.
agreed. Yeah, it definitely looks like it definitely looks like you can get into that mood and start finding things and really start doing well on it. I'm gonna have to see how it goes in the long run though, because I just don't know. I'll again like I'll play that. I'm sure I'll play that for a couple hours and then afterwards, because like I like games like Dark Souls and stuff like that.
I haven't really been into
Yeah, Dark Souls
like
is like pain. It's like you like pain and you're okay with it.
with just dying over and over and over.
Yeah, like I have
I played Bloodborne a little bit, and I did enjoy it, but yeah, having people watch me just die repetitively got kind of disheartening, I guess.
and that's the thing too, is you have to enjoy the pain to really enjoy those games. It's
It
tough.
definitely makes achieving it feel so much better though when you do get it.
And yeah, when you
That
when you finally do beat that boss, you're just like, finally.
very rewarding.
I think the next one we're gonna go to is going to Sea Salt. And I know neither of us actually got a chance to play it. Um, I actually put this on the list for review because it just came out, and I actually wanted to talk to you about something like this, where it's kind of like I don't know how you feel about roguelikes. Um, I'm like a roguelike fanatic. Like I could play roguelikes all day long and never get sick of them.
So
Like crazy.
they're I feel like when I do play them, I really enjoy them, but in my head, I don't think I like them, so I don't tend to gravitate towards playing them.
Okay,
So like if I sit down and pick it up, I'll be all into it. But if someone doesn't like make me play it, I probably won't touch.
that's understandable. This one's kind of cool though, because when I was talking about this one, it's interesting because it's like an action strategy where instead of like fighting, Cthulhu, you are Cthulhu. Like you're
Oh.
you're you're like the you're not. It's not, I don't think they can call it Cthulhu because of terms, but
Mhm.
they call him Dagon, and it's definitely very like old school. What is it called? What is it called? When the creepy guy that writes all this stuff, Lovecraftian? Is it called Lovecraftian?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's called Lovecraftian. So it's like Cthulhu. There you go, Novocaine. It's called Lovecraftian, and it's all these. And actually, it's a really big blow up lately of these type of games. Um, Lovecraftian's like really big. Like everyone wants to see Cthulhu. Like it's like everyone wants to see this giant creepy thing pop out of the ocean to come after you, and it's horrible. I
Mhm.
don't like that. Like I'm terrified of deep water. Terrified of deep water. And so like things popping out of deep water doesn't make me fun. Like so. But Sea Salt is interesting because it's it's a strategy game where you're recruiting and you're dragging in the forces of evil to take over the world. So you're
Mhm.
literally controlling these like bats and nightmarish creatures and all this force coming in, and it's interesting to a very good point. And I don't know, I definitely am going to give it a try coming down the way. It looks really interesting. It's very pixelated graphics. It definitely is very chill. As you see, like the achievements coming on the screen right now says kill all enemies before advancing. So that that little floating thing is you, and you're literally controlling your monster. That they're like following you. So he looks like he's got like a bunch of rats or bats or something going following him around,
Oh,
and
that's
they're
crazy. So they just kind of destroy everything in their pathway.
yeah, exactly what they're doing too. They're literally just destroying as they go along, and uh, like I like it because it's like a strategy cool game. Like it's almost like a zombie takeover in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right, and I could definitely see that. I definitely love the dark pixel art style that they got going on. It definitely gives it that like kind of creepy vibe.
Yeah, I think
It's really pretty pixel art.
Pixel art's starting to come back.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
really do.
I I
Um,
enjoy I enjoy some good pixel.
right? Like some good ones are just phenomenal. Like a bunch of them out there right now that I really have good in my pixel art actually. It looks like this guy just ran through fire. Like he just dragged his horde through fire and lost half of them. That's not cool.
Oh god, they're like oozing everywhere.
Oh god, yeah, I know little slimes.
Or just like
So
slug things. Oh my goodness.
yeah, I don't know what those are. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, ooh, and now he's taking over he's taking over a ship too. I'm like, oh my god. Um, that's definitely something I can't wait to play. Down the way, I'm definitely gonna hop in and check that game out as soon as possible. This next one is actually I'm getting this title ready real fast. This is a game that I accidentally found surfing through Twitter. Um, I'm not sure. Like, I know you talked about roguelikes, but how are you with like tactical games?
I like I like some tactical games. You really have to like kind of think and break things apart.
It's
Challenges you a bit.
so like tactical games. Like, how are you like with like games like XCOM and like where you have to move a
I've
field and stuff like that?
done like Final Fantasy Tactics in the past. Um, ooh, what was the other game I like turn-based combat kind of games.
Okay.
I don't have too much I don't have too much experience in this game type for sure.
Hmm. This is like this is kind of like the game moves you along on a tactical board. So like the board is made out of the board is made out of squares. So it's almost board game-ish in a sense. And you as you play along, you're fighting these hordes. So it definitely is a roguelike game.
Mhm.
It's interesting though. When I was watching the video about it and like seeing like how things work, it literally is these little squares and you're like connecting them. See, like you're connecting them like dominoes
Yeah,
to fight.
it's definitely a tabletop game in digital form then. That's
Hmm.
what it seems like. Yeah.
It's super cool, and you can start like recruiting these guys, and and you take them over to like the big boy, and it's a little like dominoes, and I thought that was really freaking cool when I saw that. I was like, okay, so you're like connecting dominoes and like connecting people together, and then those are that's your force and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm watching them recruit stuff right now, like the metal sprout.
That's really cool. I like
Hmm.
the art. It's unique.
It is. It's very, very unique. I think that this would be really popular with like tactical people. So, what would you say? What would you say your favorite board game growing up was?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Were you like a
Mm,
Monopoly person in a sense,
yeah,
or
my brother just beat me at everything, so I just never liked playing board games. Candyland and Snakes and Ladders because it was all luck.
I like that. That's
I like Battleship a lot.
okay. See, so you
Mm,
are a strategy person.
yeah,
I'm
that one was fun.
like zooming ahead in the video. See this here. Let's see more of the combat here. Yeah. Oh my god, he's got an army now. Oh my god. It's like this is something that it would take a lot of time. I feel.
Do we know how long gameplay is on this? Does it
Gameplay.
usually?
I'm not sure actually. I would assuming this fight's already been 13 minutes and it's still the beginning fight. They're like still going through the tutorial. So I'm assuming that it's probably tactically probably a pretty long fight. I
Hmm,
don't know. I don't know. Definitely something to check out though.
definitely.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I know that I have the list here. I'm gonna actually uh move on. Actually, let's go to this one, which I think you're actually really find really really cute. So what would you do if you had your own little workshop of like elves to create toys and stuff?
That sounds like so much fun.
Would that
It'd
be
be
cool as heck?
Yeah, no, that sounds like fun. Like ought to like have factory lines and design and little elves making you things. That sounds factory management.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be like it's like factory management. It's like maintaining it, having them do having them deciding on what toys that they're going to make, and then advancing your stuff forward. This is called Little Big Workshop.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
It is literally that though. It
Yes.
is you're building a workshop, and with the workshop you're literally designing toys. Like it's basically Santa. It's
No, this is now we're talking. This is the kind of games I like to play.
this game is wholeheartedly something I would give to like my kid and just be like, just go play it, and I would never worry about it. I would never worry about what's going on.
Right.
Like this is its graphics are super cute. It's got a great tutorial. Like it really is a phenomenal game. That is just ridiculous. Like I I got a chance to dive into it a little bit, and it really um it really just has this really cute vibe to it. It's one that you can literally start building up, and once you get to that level you can like leave it and just watch them and like enjoy.
And just that's really cool. I'm gonna have to put this one on my list for sure.
Yeah, this is something that just came out. It's like let's see, it's $20. And it's got some really good reviews on Steam. Like people on Steam are raving about this game actually. Um
Really? Yeah.
yeah, like if I pull it up on Steam right now, like one of the reviews, because this out of all the games that like we were looking at, like this game got uh one of the best comment section around. No, I'm like, let's see,
That's
little bit.
that's that's saying a lot for Steam. People are pretty critical on games.
They
And
really are, and
this one just launched October 17th, so it hasn't really been out that long.
yeah, it literally just came out, like it just right around the corner, and um, yeah, let me go run here. One of the best management skin sims out there. The selling point of what makes Little Big Workshop special is getting players involved in the process. You not only build your factory, hire workers, make them as efficient as comfortable as possible, and try to make a profit selling crafted items. But you get to use blueprints, which allow players to craft the items step by step, choosing the right procedure, machine, materials, and you even influence the way the items look. So there, let's see.
That's I love all the customization and management and trying to be as efficient as possible.
Oh yeah, 100%. The one thing I did read, and it's right here. Actually, I'm over this. So, Little Big Workshop is an open-ended game. So there's actually no campaign and there's no final objective. It is literally just build
Oh,
and go.
so super stress free, like casual, no no repercussions. That sounds pretty neat. You can just kind of play it as you want.
hmm And something that I appreciate from devs, like sometimes when in these type of games, in these sim games, um, there's a lot of downtime. Like there's a lot of uh like you're waiting for something to be built or you're waiting for something, so you're just like kind of zooming around and just like looking at things you've already looked at for the fifth time.
Mhm.
This game gives you moments when you're building stuff that you could like shoot rats with a cannon, and you could you can do like sometimes there's like a somebody that's a trader inside your workshop, you could find them and stuff like that.
Oh
So it
no.
gives you, yeah, it gives you like a chance to actually like appreciate the game and do something while like everyone's working, because sometimes let me tell you, sometimes the build times can be a little bit crazy. Like
How crazy are we talking?
I think I got about an hour into the game, and I think my build time for like my next line of toys was somewhere in the range of like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it was like my whole shipment, so like iOS new, and you can like keep expanding the workshop and doing that stuff, but it definitely was a little bit of a long time there. So, but there's like I got about an hour into the game, and there's a lot to this game. And then the Steam Workshop is actually, I think the Steam Workshop just opened for it too. Which means that, players are just gonna start sending in a ton of new stuff for it too. That's actually what I
That
appreciate. So
sounds like a lot of fun to work with. It looks like they just launched a patch for Halloween, so that's good to see that the devs and things are involved after the launch. So that's
I
good news
appreciate that.
for it coming in the future for sure.
I definitely think like I'm glad you actually said that. That's a phenomenal point. Um, the I love when, like, I know that it obviously is like you sell your game and then like you have to start thinking about the next project because you need to keep going, you need to keep making
Hmm.
games because that's what you are. But um, I I appreciate, like, Terraria released a Halloween patch, and Terraria is like, how old is Terraria?
Oh wow, yeah, it's it's been around for a bit.
Yeah, so they just released a Halloween patch for it, and they put in all these little Halloween items that are collectible that stay in the game for later on, and like all these really cool decorations that you can, like, so like it could be Halloween 365 if you wanted it to be in Terraria, just
Yeah,
because of those things. And
that's awesome.
yeah, you make an excellent point, because it just, it means the world when like the dev puts stuff in. It it could really be, it could be cool when like the Steam Workshop put stuff up, obviously. But it really helps when devs are the one that are putting stuff in. Definitely.
Yeah, it shows they care about the community and um that they're involved. So you feel like you're gonna have support after you purchase, and it makes you. I feel like it. What's the word? Incentivizes you to become a part of the community as well.
It really does. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, you want to see more, or you'll go back and play that game a bunch of times because it has extra stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Definitely want to add this one to my wish list.
Yeah, that little bit, that's gonna be awesome. $20. $20. It's not bad at all, honestly.
No, no, you
So,
definitely get your money's worth out of this one.
oh, 100%. Especially open ended. You could play forever. I will see you in 3 weeks. Quitting Call of Duty, playing Little Big Workshop for now. The next one is going to be Citadel Forged with Fire, which just released, full on release now. This game comes from 2017.
Okay.
Uh, um, and 2017 was when it released in early access. Reaver was actually handling the release back then, and it's we were talking about that earlier, like when it first started the show. It was tough at first release. Like it was, I yeah, it was really tough.
Yeah.
Like
They
it
should have
was really
waited a
tough.
bit longer.
Yeah, it was really really tough to really honestly be a part of it. It's a nice side. Um, yeah, it was something that I think I got through. I think I got maybe like an hour into it. And I was just like, I can't do this right now. I can't. Um, but I ended up playing it the other night, and I was like, I'm just gonna get on for an hour, and that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna play it. And it's an MMO, so it's a massive multiplayer. If you think about to think about it on terms of this, it is Ark meets survival, like a survival game, without the eating and drinking, and then
Hmm.
mix that with like Harry Potter lore, and that's what Citadel is.
Oh, okay.
So like it has the magical features, it has like all the things like the things that are behind that. It encourages you to use magic, but you can be like a physical character if you want. It encourages you to use magic though, because magic is like a main part of the game, obviously. And
I see there are unicorns
yeah,
in Citadel.
there's like elks
That's pretty
and
sweet.
the the actual the actual life in the game is pretty ridiculous. The life actually, like things actually happen without you being there. Like the wildlife fights and things go hunting and stuff like that. So they have like a pretty good AI behind it. Um,
Uh, that.
the map is huge. Like the map is ridiculous. Um, there's a lot to do. It is just like Ark. You can collect supplies. You can literally build your base anywhere.
Mhm.
So when you find a spot that you really like, as long as it's not near somebody else's house, you can literally just build yourself a house. And like I said, I logged on last night. It was definitely last night. I logged on and I was just like, I was gonna give it an hour tonight, and I'll get hop on like later on, and I got off 4.5 hours or 5 hours later.
Oh no, got sucked in and lost track of time.
It was stupid good.
It
The
says that the game is 36 square kilometers in land size.
I'm horrible at kilometers.
I don't know, but in a game, that sounds like
It sounds like it'd be pretty big, right?
yeah.
36 kilometers. Man, I'm not thinking to myself, what?
30
How many?
miles, 13 square miles. So like, I'm assuming that's
Almost 400.
actual land size. I don't know how they compare game sizes to like land size, but that's what the website says.
Wow, that's a lot of land.
Yeah.
Holy. I appreciate too that also what it does is it doesn't give you boundaries. Like you can climb everything, you can go up everything, you can fly to everything. Um, it doesn't from what at least from what I saw last night, it doesn't give you a
Mhm.
boundary. So when you want to fly up to a mountain, if you see a spot in the mountain, you can go to it. If you see people in the background doing something, you can go over to there. And it gives you like I said, it gives you very like Harry Potter vibes from it. I'm right about to build my first broom, so I can go flying. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, I'm stupid
I,
excited. So this is
I
definitely,
love
I
they
think.
went that
Go
way
ahead, I'm
with it.
sorry. Oh yeah,
I just like
definitely.
that they went that way with it, and a lot of these games are kind of medieval times ish, and sometimes there's magic, but like there's actually flying brooms in this one. That's neat.
Yeah, like they didn't go just medieval times. They definitely went the magical route where like you're fancy, you know.
Mhm.
I think I mean I know that again like the initial release was horrible. The initial release was god awful. Um and it shows in the reviews. Like the review on Steam is just now starting to get to positive, so it's mixed. But early on it was very negative. Like it was like 2%. So it's trying to. I think they're calling this release. They're calling it Citadel Reignited, and
Okay.
it's kind of like what No Man's Sky did, where they they re-released it after having a horrible release.
That's
As you
gotta
see,
be really tricky to navigate. How do you bring your game back after, a bad launch? How do you get the word back out there that things are better? Um, I feel like that has to be pretty tricky in the marketing department.
actually, I kind of wonder how you would do that. Like, I know you work exclusively with Whitethorn. So, like, if let's say Whitethorn had a bad launch, what would you do in that situation to pull the game back if they released it?
Ooh, man, I don't. I guess just try to get it back in, streamers' hands. Hey, our game's gone through a bunch of updates. Come check it out again. We'd love for you to play it, and try to kind of market through the community again, and just promote it a lot on social media to let everyone know that it's new and fresh, and we fixed it. We listened to the community and kind of take that approach.
Okay, I mean that's not a bad idea because I feel like that's what they're probably doing here right now. Is they're trying to get streamers involved and everything. I feel like I honestly feel like the price point is a little too much. Um, in this day and age with price and indie games, I feel like
Hmm.
$40 is a little too much for it.
Yeah, yeah, $40. You really have to want to invest in it and get your money's worth out of it. I mean, it probably has. They've been putting a lot of work into it, and yeah, with the it's hard to say. It's hard to say what game should be worth. You know, what's the community like? How many hours are you able to put into it? Is it gonna last? Are they gonna keep working on it?
No,
And it
that's
is
true.
available on console, PlayStation and Xbox as well. Um, so I'd be curious to see how those compare to the PC version. If
That's
there's
actually a
a
very good point. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
very
if
right.
there's an active community there.
God, this guy's pink beard. I'm like looking at this guy's pink beard. I'm like, dang, he's fancy. Yeah, definitely a game to check it out. I think it's check out the. I think it's show. Let's see if it shows the building. The building's actually very cool. It gives you like complete control over your building. And one thing that's really cool that I thought about the game too was, um, you assign. He's just something in a black hole right now. You assign things to. Here's some building right here. You assign things to weapons. So like you could build like yourself a wand, and then you actually build spells to that wand. So you get things called essences,
Mhm.
and those essences can be used to build spells, and then you build spells into the wand and or even the axe or whatever it is. Um, and each item, each like axe or wand or anything can carry two spells at a time, but you can carry four weapons on you and switch between them at any time.
That's cool. I
So
like the customization to make it feel like, and the building looks really good. I like the style of it.
yeah, the building was really simple. It was really simple. Uh, I appreciate when a game has this type of building and the way it snaps onto objects. It
Mhm.
snaps onto objects the right way. Like I wasn't sitting there trying to turn the object this way or that way. Um, it snapped onto the object facing me.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so I knew like that was the front. Like I'm like, okay, that's the front. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to like go looking for it because the blueprints sometimes are difficult.
Yeah. Oh, that makes it a lot easier too if you're playing on controller.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's a huge reason why I don't play these games too often, just because as a casual gamer, I don't have all the time to learn to map out the keys and know what everything does, and especially if you're on a controller trying to gotta hold 2 buttons at the same time. Once you've put the game down for a week, you come back, you don't know how to play anymore, and you just get frustrated, and it makes it look like this one's fairly quick and easy to pick up, especially with the
Yeah.
snapping. I mean, this guy's building this house, looks like he's in, Fortnite, but then he put that house up quick.
Man, I wish I could build a house like that.
Right?
Man, yeah, that's definitely a game that I'm actually going to dive back into tonight. I was I was highly like I said. I mean, I might say the price point might be off for me because I won't. I mean, it definitely is. It definitely has the content to it definitely has the content to validate that price point. It really does. Like you get a lot of content from it. Um, you get a ton of content from it. You really do because you could build. You can. It's an MMO, so you get your friends in. You can go forever because MMOs, really they really do go forever.
Yes.
Um, but again, it's hard in this day and age to validate, and like you said, you don't know what you can really make as a price point because that's probably one of the hardest parts for a company, honestly. How much should we
Mhm.
sell this for? Um, but I don't know. Like I said, $40 for a game that initially had really bad reviews and has like the top Steam reviews. Like one of them is positive, but the under one is like an old review, so it's negative.
Mm.
Um, it's just tough to want to grab that. You know what I mean?
Very true. Well, this will be a good one to put on your wish list so you can catch it when it's on a Steam sale. Because paying 25, $30 for this is, I would say, is a very fair price. So this might
Agreed.
just be one to watch for seasonal sales for sure.
Definitely. 100% agreed there. So
Yeah.
I think the next one we're gonna move on to is and we'll probably won't go on to the next ones there. We'll probably just go straight into the discovery, just because I know at times like got away from us. Um, we're gonna go Legend of the Keepers, which is it's like Legend of the Keepers is a game that surprised the heck out of me. Um, it was a game that I'm sure you saw it on I think it was Noise, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it pop up on there.
Yeah, it was on Noise, and it surprised the heck out of me. I was playing it, and this is actually just a demo. The game doesn't release till next week, but the demo, or sorry, next year. Um, but the demo surprised the heck out of me because it was a game where, it was definitely a game where I didn't know really too much about it when I jumped into it. And what it is you're basically the dungeon, like you're the evil guy, you're the dungeon master, for this dungeon that these heroes are coming through, and like at the end there you see that big guy, that's you. And you can actually, there's two different dungeon masters you can choose from. One's a physical, one's a magical. And what you do is you set each room up with something. So if you look in the top, there's the skulls are the minions. The little trap looking thing is your trap room. The
Hmm.
magical room is actually a magical room. So you set each room up before the adventurers come in. You get to see the three adventurers that are coming in first, and then when they get to like the monster room here, the monsters, you choose how the monsters fight. So the monsters have skills and they have levels and they do that, and so you're like you control who they're fighting, and it's kind of like it's very like Darkest Dungeon kind of way with the fighting system, because like people have weaknesses and there's elements, and there's front row, middle row, back row, like stuff like that, and you can do that. But it surprised the heck out of me because it was super, super, super fun. Like, I never knew I'd have so much fun destroying heroes. So he's gonna go into the trap room in a second, but you'll see, like, you set up a trap, and the trap can affect all the heroes, or, and the goal is to obviously either kill the heroes, or there's a purple bar underneath their health bar, and that is actually their morale. You can actually drain their morale to zero, and they'll run out of your dungeon scared to death.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
it, yeah, it was just something cool. Like, and that's why I said that's why I kind of said the Darkest Dungeon feel, because you could definitely feel the vibes like dungeon, or sorry, like the Darkest Dungeon, because it just you're trying to manage your creatures, you're trying to manage this, trying to manage that at the same time. You're trying to not get scared, or you're trying not to I guess you're not trying to get scared, but you're trying to scare them. So I guess reverse Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
So here's the way that
Have
they're
you?
doing. Good.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I was gonna say, have you played the tabletop game Boss Monster? I think was what it was. It's a dungeon building card game, and this kind of reminds me of that, where you set up the rooms and.
I love Boss Monster.
It's
I had
been
it
a while
as
since
a
I played it, but that's what it reminds me of.
yeah, that's 100% because I had it on tablet,
Oh, cool!
and
I didn't know they did a.
yeah, Yeah, no, they did it on tablet, and it was phenomenal. And no, you're right, 100%. Boss Monster was great. My God, that's a great. I completely forgot about that game. Now I'm like, oh, now I want to go download Boss Monster again.
Right? Yeah. I'd love to play it again. I really had fun with that game.
That game was really good. It really was. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about that. Dang it. Download Boss Monster. I'm making a note of myself. Um, yeah, this game, it really that is an amazing comparison. Um, so definitely Boss Monster feels. And as you go along, like it's weeks. So every week you do something different. So you get rated like every couple weeks. And during those weeks you can buy new monsters. You can there's like random options. Like as you go along, you could trade or event. An event is like a random occurrence that could happen. It could be good or bad. And trainer is where you level up your monster. The event I had one run where my um I lost 3 monsters in like 1 week. Because the event just came in and like murdered all my monsters, and I was like, great,
Ooh.
like
Have to,
wonderful.
yeah, wait until you get new monsters.
hmm yeah, so you're in gold and you train your monsters up. Merchant is where you purchase more things like you purchase more traps and items and amulets, which are things that are constant, so they're constantly active. You can have 5 of them, and it was really good. It surprised the heck out of me. It really did. It just it's a game that I know down the way I'm going to definitely be picking up and playing a lot of.
Yeah, definitely looks like you for sure. You said this was a demo? How long, how much gameplay do you have in the demo?
The demo let me go all the way to week 52, I think it was. Which I think one run I got maybe 3 hours worth, like 2.5 3 hours in one run. Um, so like the demo gave me a ton of time. Like I think
Yeah.
they almost gave too much for the demo because I feel like
Get
I played the game. It's
right.
like
Trying to get you addicted before it comes out. I definitely enjoy trying demos before launch just to kind of get a vibe for the game, and it puts it on the radar when you can really pick it up and play it, get a peek of it, get a feel for it, and know if you want to pick it up without.
I'm glad you said that because I feel like that's a technique that's not used very often anymore.
Yeah, you
Um
don't see it too often.
yeah, like I feel like demos used to like remember did you ever get like PC magazine or like
Get the
and t-
CD with all the little demos on it for your Windows 98 computer.
yeah, like you used to get all those demos and that turned me on to a bunch of games. Like I spent way too much money as a kid on games like but yeah,
My
those
mom was like, "You
demos.
can't have another game. You can keep playing the demo." I think I had like a Tomb Raider demo that I played the first like 3 sections of the game like over and over.
Oh my god, I did that too. I swear to God, I sat there and I played the demo, and it's like you're climbing up the wall and trying to avoid the tiger
Mhm.
in the pit and stuff.
Yep, that one.
When we finally when for Christmas, my parents finally got me the game for it was like PS1, and when I finally got it, I impressed my friends. I called my friends over, and I was so good at the first couple parts that I was just like, "Watch this, guys," and I just started playing it. They're like, "Didn't you just get this game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just natural."
Yeah. Just good. Just a good gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, just,
That's
I'm just
hilarious.
I'm just so good at it. Thanks, man. I used to. This is so bad. I used to bet my friends like when I played the demos. I used to bet my friends. And we were kids, so it was like $2. But I used to bet like $2. Like, be like, well, I bet you I could do this, and they'd be like, no way, and I win, and I'd be like, haha.
Nice. I miss that.
I know. There used to be this nostalgia. The nostalgia of how games used to feel and play is so missed.
Right.
I can
Couch co-op. I grew up with a younger brother, so he was always asking me to play video games with him. And we spent a lot of time on like the NES, GameCube, those
oh
types
man,
of things. Bubble Bobble was one of our favorite co-op games.
I never played that. What was that like?
It's the little green and blue dragons, and they hop around and they capture the monsters on screen. It's a 2D screen. They capture them in bubbles, and you have to pop them. There's like 100 levels, and things are flying around the screen. You both have
Huh.
to survive. It was a really cute game on the NES.
I don't know if I ever played that. I'm just like sitting here. I'm like thinking myself,
You've probably seen the dragons before, because there used to be arcade machines that had them, but it was set up like, oh, what are those games called? Um, where you like have to shoot the balls and match them with the other colors and they disappear. There's a game like that that used the same dragons from Bubble Bobble, but I can't remember the name of it.
I'm like, a bust a move.
Maybe, yeah.
Is it bust? That I've heard of bust a
Looking
move.
for it.
I have heard
Yeah,
of
bust.
bust a move.
It's yeah. There was one like Bust a Move, but it was the Bubble Bobble dragons. I don't remember what it was called, but I've definitely seen it in like arcades before. Looks like they have quite a few games.
Yeah, they got a handful. They're good. They're Goblin Studios. I like their stuff. I really do. Goblin Studios makes some really really good indies. Honestly, they're addicting to all their games. They have this special formula where all their games have some type like new type of like gamer crack. Like you're just like, I just want to play this forever. Like, the next one, and this would be the last one for the reviews. I just want to throw it out
Okay.
there because it just came out today. Planet Zoo.
Oh yes. I've
Oh,
been
Planet Zoo.
excited for this game. I played a little bit of Planet Coaster, and when I heard they were doing a zoo game, I knew it was going to be good.
I
So
am.
I haven't played it yet, but I know you have.
You didn't play the alpha?
I did not. I did not have time that week,
Oh,
and yeah, I've just been waiting because I know I want to have time to put in. It's
oh. I think I did. I think I did a 12-hour stream for it. Just I didn't plan it. I just did it. And that was the
really
alpha. So,
yeah.
my God, it is. It's if you liked Planet Coaster, like
hmm
it's the game. It's the game you need. Like 100%. Like you can see in the video right now that he's just terraforming and doing all this stuff with it.
Got Pride
Um,
Rock over there for his lions.
right? Like that is. I wish. I wish I was this good at like terraforming and stuff. Like usually when I do it, it looks like a big like rain puddle mess. Like it looks like someone just came out there and just dumped a bunch of water. Like he's terraforming inside the rock. What? My
Oh man,
God.
all the detail for
Oh my
sure.
God. He's gonna be one of those people that release the map to like the workshop and you're gonna download it and be like, wow. Well, so this it gives the same type of detail that you would expect from the company. Like if you oh my God, you put the Statue of Liberty in the oh my God, he literally put the Statue of Liberty on its own island. I love that. It comes with the same type of detail. So Planet Zoo, for anyone that hasn't played it yet, it just came out today. Uh, November 5th, right? It just came out today. The importance that you have to know is if you loved Planet Coaster, you are going to forget about Planet Coaster and you're going to play Planet Zoo for the rest of your life. It's that good. It really is, and it is a pain in the butt initially. Um, I'm not gonna lie, like it is a pain in the butt initially. It is. You are so frustrated when you finally get full control. It's kind of like Zoo Tycoon, but made very very well.
hmm
Zoo
I
Tycoon
had
was
fun
good.
with I had fun with Zoo Tycoon. I
I
felt a
oh
little
sorry.
rushed and like I felt a lot on Zoo Tycoon. I thought they made it a little harder than it needed to be. Um
That's almost exactly what I was going to say, actually.
yeah. Like as a kid I loved playing like Sim Safari and you know, you know, Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I love those types of games, and I love completing the challenges and stuff. But when I remember playing Planet Zoo when it came out, and or not Planet Zoo, Zoo Tycoon, and they did a good job. There was a lot of like accurate information, and I thought they did a really good job for a zoo game management. But I just thought the challenges were a little rough. Like they didn't give you enough time to do them. It was a pretty challenging game, and I thought I would want this to be accessible for kids. It's a zoo game on the Xbox. Like, I want my kids to be able to play it and enjoy it and not, just fail over and over again. But yeah, anyway, go ahead and you can make your comparison.
No, 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 no. You're fine. You're just from someone who like I think I probably invested maybe like an hour into Zoo Tycoon. Honestly, I didn't get as far as I probably should have. It was a good game, but the problem with Zoo Tycoon was it was around like, or maybe I just like I was obsessed with the game. I was obsessed with Sim Tower.
Oh,
Um,
I love that one.
oh my god, dude, that game.
Oh, so many hours.
Oh, I have yet like there's been a couple indie games that have come out that I thought were gonna be like just as good as Sim Tower, but weren't, and I was so upset. I was like, oh, like I got so excited because I literally ran home from work one day. Like I drove way too fast home, to get home to try to play this one game, and it wasn't like Sim Tower.
No
Um, yeah, I was so upset. I was like, oh.
disappointment.
But yeah, Planet Zoo is an experience, and I think with the way that technology and everything has advanced, and even game making has advanced, I think that it does such a good job on making everything, like doing everything. Um, it gives you exact control of everything in your park, from ticket prices to food prices to staff to, as you see, staying staff to what even what the staff position is. Like you can literally, you don't just have a janitor, you can have like a head janitor, you can have like a control sanitation man. Um, if someone's doing a really good job, like if employees are doing a good job, you can give them raises. It's stuff like that, and it's like a sim person's, like a sim lover's like dream. It really is, and I mean, it has certain things that you're like, okay, what the heck's going on? But I feel like he has an army of people. Holy crap! Um, it has a bunch of things like that are weird sometimes. Like I had ostrich pit, and like at first the ostrich bin, the I should call it, what is it, like a holding place? Ostrich. What would that be
Like a
called?
like a pin or
Pen. There you go. Yeah, perfect.
yeah.
An ostrich pen, and I had two females and two males. And the really cool thing is obviously, mating happens, and you can, which is cool actually. You can actually look inside the buildings too as well. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that's
Um,
sweet. Man, that's some detail.
right?
I would just
And
be sitting like looking at what they have in their cabinets for like an hour.
the cool thing, it's going to show it right here. They actually go inside the building and they actually work. Like they really do have the working, and they open up cabinets, and like when you have a sick pet, you can go inside and see the sick pet and like see them caring for the pet, and it's the most adorable thing ever.
That's
Um
I can't wait to get home now.
but the game, like, um details. Yeah, it just has so much detail to it. Um
And I'm
they have a
I'm looking at these screenshots and I feel like you could spend a lot of time just taking photos of your animals. Like they're gorgeous. If these screenshots are comparable to like in-game screenshots, they're like gorgeous.
It's true to life. Like it really is. Like it's scary how good. Like you could build a zoo, and as long as the zoo works, you could literally just forget about anything else and just watch your zoo. And the people are so animated. You see kids running around and touching the screen. It is stupid. I am such a sucker for details. Um,
Hmm.
and when you run up, like when you see the kid run up and put his face against the glass to see the zebra, I was sold. I was like, I love what this game just did to me. Like I love like the goosebumps it gives me to like watch this game.
That's really
Um,
exciting.
they have a really cool mode that I really didn't get the chance to get into because it was alpha, but it's like a world mode. Um, it's almost like a multiplayer thing where like you breed pets, and then you literally can trade them on the market. Like you trade the babies on the market and get better items, and um it was kind of cool. It was a really big like sandbox. It looks like this guy's
So
just building a giant safari.
could I like trade you like a panda for two giraffes? Am I able to trade
Exactly.
with other? That's really cool.
Like 100% exactly. That's a baby. Oh, that's a baby
And
zebra.
I'm assuming like you can have like unique morphs or genetic pop up in your breeding as well, like getting like exanthic animals or albino. Um, I'm assuming they went into probably that much detail with it.
They did actually, and you're exactly right. If you see like right now, like it says like fertility, longevity, immunity, and size. Those are like the basic stats for them, but then there's so much more to it. Like the animals have personality. Um, they have character. Like they really do. Like some animals, the stats will say something, but then the animal will be like, you know what? I don't feel like laying in the shade, even though I'm super hot. I'm going to stay in the sun. You have to fix it. Like, like some are stubborn, some are super sweet, some like are attention hogs. They like run up to the glass and they like dance in front of the glass for like the people. And like
Oh.
I had two hogs. I named Puma and Puma Junior. They were show hogs. They literally ran up to the glass when people were there and just danced in front of the people at all times, and I loved it. Um,
That's cool. Do sometimes the animals not get along? Or do
yeah,
you
oh
know?
yeah, oh yeah. There's fights inside there. They can get injured. I don't know what this guy's trying to do.
You have like
I
too many like male lions in an enclosure. You have to trade them with other zoos and things.
Yeah, because like they get almost territorial. As more animals are put into the pen or more are born, they actually get more territorial about their things. So like you will have moments when two wolves won't agree that they are sharing the same area, or one wolf will claim an area and the other one will want it, and they'll fight over it, and then the animal will be injured for the fight, and you'll have to go back and take care of it, and it'll rest and stuff like that, and then you have to figure out what to do, because if you put it back in the pen, they'll most likely fight. Sometimes they'll just get along, like sometimes they'll just figure it out, um,
Yeah.
but most of the time they will fight. And then you can't just like I'm watching this video. He's like making a safari. So with this, he's making a safari with the safari animals. The
Hmm.
animals, if you pit certain animals, if you pit hunters into a place where there's food, basically, the hunters
Yeah.
will hunt. Like the tigers will hunt down the small animals.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what you're seeing right now. Is like that.
You just paid a good chunk of money for that taper.
Yeah,
About to get eaten. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
It's crazy. Like they pit they put so much um they put so much of this. You speak of this Scusi, maybe this is the new one. This is Planet Zoo. This is the one that just came out. Yeah, this game is stupid good. And I know there's already bugs. Like I know Alpha had bugs. Uh
Hmm.
and I'm sure this version has bugs too. I've been hearing some things about the bugs. But um my hours into this game have made like that hippo. It's so realistic.
I can't
Um
right.
yeah, my hours in this game have made it like I will be going back in and playing as much as I possibly can. Probably start tonight, honestly.
It's gonna be hard to choose from all the games we've reviewed today.
Oh, I
I see
know.
that Planet Zoo won the 2019 Gamescom award.
It did. It did.
Pretty impressive.
It's winning a lot of awards, and it's on like the ballot for the humanitarian something act, like the humanitarian. I read about it. It seems like it's got a bright future, and you can only go, sky's the limit for this type of game.
I've noticed that Frontier is really good at their social media. Um, they have it feels personal. They're really good about sharing what they're working on, involving the community, having the community vote on what they're excited for, contests. I've really enjoyed watching Planet Zoo's social media presence. It's very friendly, and I think I know with Planet Coaster they would send out dev emails like once a month and keep you up to date on what they've been working on. Definitely enjoyed the community around their games.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny because you're like if you're looking inside the document, I like didn't know how much time we were gonna have, so I prepared for the worst. And now I'm like looking, I'm like it's been an hour already. I'm like holy moly. Um, so what we'll do is we'll just if you want we won't like dive into, because obviously it's weekly discovery. So we'll just like name out some of the things that are coming out this week.
Okay.
That kind of caught the eye. And then we'll hop into like the Kickstarter and everything like that, because I know you probably got to get ready for China and get ready to go.
Yeah, still gotta pack up some stuff and just double check everything. I'm getting nervous.
So well, let's run through let's run through the weekly discovery if you want to go back and forth with it. So I'll start with like Meteor Fall, and you'll get your rain and stuff like that, and we'll just go back and forth if you want to.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to really familiarize myself with these,
That's
so
fine. That's fine. We'll just read out the description when it's coming out, and well, I mean, let's be honest.
okay,
Like next
I can read.
next week, I'll probably check it out, and we'll probably do a video on that too. So.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely be more prepared for next time for sure.
Meteorfall Crummets Tale is a game that's coming out tomorrow, November 6th. What it is, it's actually a really good card game that plays on a couple of roguelike elements. It's a new take on deck building and roguelike genre. What you do is you use your cards to actually clear the dungeon, and it is honestly really, really fun. I got to play it. When you use the cards to clear the dungeon, you can upgrade the cards with your deck with new cards, and you could get new perks moving forward. It really is a really cool game to check out. Definitely check it out on Steam.
Nice. Sounds good. I'll cover Marbles on Steam. This game will be out on November 6th. It's by by Pixel Studios, and it's a marble racing game. My dad actually collects marbles, so I'm gonna have to send him a link to this one. Marbles on Steam is a marble racing game for everyone. You can simulate races yourself or stream it on twitch.tv with your viewers. Many features in game to help interact with your viewers and engage with them in unique ways. 3 ways to play: download on Steam, download on MOS app. And that's really cool. So this is like a marble racing game. Trying to think of some of the marble games I've played in the past, but it has an integration with Twitch TV, so you can game with your viewers. And it looks like is this a free game, free to play game?
The game
That's
will be free, yes,
it'll be free, coming out November 6th.
and then you can buy DLC for it that makes your marbles look better too as well.
Nice.
It supports it supports a lot of marbles too. By the way, it supports like thousands of marbles.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that sounds like that sounds awesome though. Have you seen those YouTube videos where they have the marble tracks downhill and they race all the marbles?
And
They're
there's people
they're
building them too. I'm like,
they're kind of satisfying to watch.
oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. I agree with you 100% there. They're ridiculously fun. I'm like, I'm watching the video right now. I'm mesmerized.
Right. And you get to build the tracks for people to use. Like, that's really exciting. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I sit there. I couldn't believe the build the track thing. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how I don't even know how I'd build something like that. It really, oh my god, I'm like thinking of all the things I could do. I know that a lot of people use it as well. For deciding things. I thought it was really
Mhm.
cool that they adapted that.
Oh, that's
So
smart.
yeah, they assign stuff to um like the marbles, and then they go,
Mhm.
okay, so like this is the game I'm going to play, and they like send down 20 marbles with names on them, and then that's how they decide what they're going to play for the day.
That's really cool. You could even like run giveaways like that.
They do.
That's
There's so much possibility with this.
yeah, that's exciting.
I know. I agree. Next game is gonna be A Year of Rain. This game is something that it looks really cool. The reason I put it on the list is because Warcraft 3 just came out. Well, the redone Warcraft 3, and with this game, it's literally A Year of Rain is an ultimate team real time strategy game. Choose your faction, team up, and take control of the legendary heroes to lead your armies. So this game is Warcraft 3 in indie form. So they got a lot more to it. They got a lot more coming for it. It's from Delic. I can never
Oh,
say that name.
they've
Yeah,
got some amazing games. That's such a great studio or
that's
publisher.
a huge reason I put this on the list too, because that
Yeah.
company is just amazing.
They did
Um,
Unrailed,
yep.
and we just played that. They've got some really neat games. I checked out their booth at PAX, and every single game that they're putting out unique and cool in its own way, and they've got their own vibe. Definitely have some good quality games coming out from them.
Oh, agreed. And I love everything that they do with that. It's just yeah, they're amazing. I love them. So definitely, yeah, that's definitely a game I'm gonna be checking out soon. You're next.
Was it one? I don't think I have it pulled up.
Superverse.
Superverse. I'll let you cover that one, and then I'll grab the next.
Gotcha. Superverse is a fast-paced, action-paced space shooting game. This electrifying arcade transports the player to the ancient network of interlocked studio universes. Find a way to return to the past to prevent the extinction of humanity. The gameplay, I'm not really into like shooters, space shooters especially. Like that's just not my thing. But this game caught my eye almost immediately, just because it just looks different, feels different. It looks like something that I'd actually end up playing, honestly. Maybe because it just seems like RPG elements, and whoever it's by Superverse Industry that comes out on the 7th, but whoever did the visuals for this game deserves an award.
It's gorgeous. I mean, I'm just watching the trailer right now. I've not seen it before, but that is a
Like,
solid looking game. Like
yeah,
really
like what?
pretty.
Yeah, like I'll start it over. Look at this. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Best multiplayer.
Yeah, it's. I haven't got to see the multiplayer. I mean, it comes out the 7th, so I haven't even got a chance to even touch it yet. But
Did you
um,
play Steam Birds? It's similar to this kind of floating around in space with a big group and taking down spacecrafts, but way
don't think
simpler
I
than this
did.
one. This one, the art is so in depth. I like the you feel like you're in a very three dimensional space, but you're kind of on one field.
Yeah, one
How to
plane.
explain it? Yeah.
I don't think birds. It doesn't look familiar.
Okay, Steam Birds is free and you can play I think with up to like 50 players and it's easy to hop in and hop out with your friends.
Oh my god, really?
Um, yeah, it's like Cats versus Birds. You definitely need to put that one on your list to check out. Great community games and free. It's pretty easy to pick up. You can like upgrade your ships and go take out like different areas. Really enjoyed that one.
That sounds really cool. Actually, I'm throwing it on my list right now. Actually, perfect. If you want to go to the next
Cool.
one.
All right, Kings League 2. This one will be out November 7th. Lead your team to victory. Recruit, train, and manage fighters of different classes before entering tactical battles of wit. In the sequel, an award-winning strategy simulation RPG, you can climb the King's League. So
Yeah, this one looked interesting. This one was like a fighter management.
mm-hmm.
It comes out what, the 7th, right?
Yep, November 7th. No reviews, so they haven't done any sort of early access or anything, it doesn't look like.
No,
Game plans to unlock in 1 day and 20 hours.
yay. This one looks cool. I'm trying to remember why I picked this. I think I saw a video about it where you can Oh yeah, okay. So you develop all your fighters. Like all your fighters can be developed into multiple classes. And it's very like old school RPG kind of battles. Um, your characters just kind of like scroll at each other and they fight each other like that. But there's apparently a lot to it in the sense of where you're trying to invade and take over things, and um you definitely like take over little towns and travel along and fight things, and it looked really cool. It just looked like something that just like here's the combat right here, see. um it just looked really just chill and just like a lot of fun just to be able to jump in there.
It's very cute, like very approachable for this type of gameplay. I
Yeah.
like it appeals to me on a visual level. The game type I wouldn't normally be drawn to, but I definitely like the kind of friendly character, and it looks like they have some dialogue and stuff between them too to add story.
Yeah,
I
I
like that.
mean, definitely. I mean, it looks like a little anime-ish. I love it. I like that a lot, actually. Let's see here. I think we're gonna Imaginarium next. Yes, Imaginarium. Um, Imaginarium is actually really hard. Was really hard to find because it's a board game. Like, and every single time you look it up, every single time you look it up, it pulls up the board game. Like you literally have it plays the board game. It literally is the board
it's
game.
it's a board game.
Yeah, in video
Imagine.
form.
Okay.
So that's really cool. But I'm gonna move on to Lurk in the Dark, because
Oh, okay.
Is Lurk in the Dark game is this game got me. Like this game got me. I think Markiplier played it one time. I'm actually pulling up on Steam real fast because I don't think they have anything on YouTube yet for it. So let's pull it up on Steam real fast. This game looks like it's going to be, and they have the prologue out, or the prologue is going to be released on the November 8th. It's not even the full game yet. This
Ooh.
game looks like it's going to be a creep fest, but it's
I,
going to be
I
one of those.
already just like saw a screenshot and shook. Like, no way, I'm not gonna play this game. There's like a finger nailed to like this cross. Oh, I can't even get through the screenshot. Yeah, this game looks super creepy.
It looks
Oh
like it has
man.
like a story to it though, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Right. It reminds me of playing that Titanic game back in the day where you have to like solve puzzles. It kind of missed kind of game. This
Oh,
this has yeah, very kind of like lurking around and oh man, creepy.
oh
This
yeah,
I have
it's oh oh yeah. When we when I was looking at it, it ugh. And I
oh,
like the elements to it. So we're like crawling under shelves and like they like they definitely put the suspense. Like I think that's why Outlast was one of my favorite ones.
mm-hmm.
Because you weren't just on like a linear plane. Like you had to crawl between and change your viewpoints and all these different things. And I still remember the time when you crawl between the shelves and you get pretty dang scared from that one moment. I won't ruin it if anyone who's played Outlast, but no spoilers here. Yeah, that is oh my god, it got me really bad. That
the
game is definitely there.
this that one's definitely creepy.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
I'm
The next
sure
one
our
actually got
horror and scary game fans are definitely going to be eating that one up.
oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Definitely. This next one is actually right down your alley.
Let's see what do we have up next. Miscretion?
Miss Creation, yep.
Oh, I can't spell. Huh. It's not coming up. All right. Anyway, this one comes out November 11th. Evolve your creatures to survive. You are a newborn blob at the base of the divine tree. How come I can't get it to pull up? Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
Yep,
It is adorable.
yep.
Look at the blob. So evolve your creature to survive. I don't even know how to say that. Yggdrasil? You are a newborn blob at the base of a divine tree. Collect legs, arms, tails, wings, and other parts to combine them in your own body to become the ultimate creature. The optimal creature. Oh man, look at this cute game.
Yeah, you're just like putting body parts all over yourself to evolve.
This is super cute.
I
I
actually
could
thought,
definitely, like, as a kid, I would totally want to play this.
oh, 100%. And I thought to myself too when I was like, while watching it, I'm like, this is a game like you could definitely, you can give your kids or you could play yourself and either one would just really enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. It's got little like platforming elements. It looks like, and it reminds me of. It reminds me of a game I played on the NES. I feel like maybe like the McDonald's one for some reason. Did you ever play the McDonald's
McDonald's.
platformer game? McDonald's had one. I don't know. For some reason, it reminds me of that. I'm not sure if it's the art or super cute though.
I'm not sure.
So, can you create multiple creatures and like name them after your viewers?
I hope
They're
so.
really cute. Yeah.
I hope so. Like I
Evolve your
really do.
see.
Like I hope that's a thing because that'd be so freaking cool. I'd be so happy about that.
That'd be so fun. Become your enemy's nightmare or a cute, cuddly creature. Thousands of possible combinations.
Oh my god.
Super
uh,
cute.
oh yeah, understand. That comes out November 11th.
November November 11th.
Nice, very nice. The next one we got two more. So we got Village Monsters, which is actually a set in a forgotten video game world. Village Monsters lets you escape to a carefree village of friendly monsters, make monsters friends, pursue interesting hobbies, and explore strange lands. So this one is being developed by a former PR of I forgot what company. But he's designing this game, and so is the Kickstarter that we picked too as well. It's being designed by a former PR. This game is the concept of it is what happens to the world after you turn off the game forever. Like this is like the game has been turned off forever. No one's gonna come back and play it. And now
Oh
the
no.
yeah, now the villages, like now it's like you have to see what happens after the game never gets played again. Um, and that's the concept of it. I thought it was actually a very like the catchphrase or the catch caught me like right away. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was sitting there, I was like, okay, like I can get with that. That's a really cool concept, and it's really honestly a very cool. It's very Stardew Valley-y stuff like that. Definitely
Mhm.
going to be one that I'm gonna. It has so it has concepts of village building, of adventuring, and of romancing and stuff like that. Like you can fall in love and have a family and farm and fish and everything that you would expect from a type of game like that. Honestly.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it looks really cute. I love the story behind it. I think that sounds like it'd be a really interesting thing to uncover.
Yeah, right. Like you that was like one of those thoughts that you have in the back of your head in the middle of the night. Like what happens if this? What happens if I made a game like this and it just had this and you just write it down and it just becomes a game.
Nice. And it looks like they had a very successful Kickstarter.
They did.
That's great. Yeah.
They did. They got a really good to Kickstarter. It allowed him to actually start making it. It's by Josh Bossy. It's a I don't know if he actually hired some people, but originally when he was designing it, it was just him, which can be stressful,
Oh, right. That's a lot. One game. Very ambitious. Very impressive.
right? I'm gonna let you have the last one.
Oh, pulled it up. Where'd it go? All right. So A- Annie is an HD voxel high angle shooting. The story began in 1995. There was an outbreak of contagious disease, and a couple got separated when escaping. Annie went on a difficult journey in search of her fiance. Game is was it in early access right now? Let me see.
No, it's November 12th.
November 12th. Okay. So this one, lots of shooting.
Yeah,
Got a very unique art style for sure. That definitely caught me first.
yeah, it's very like it's like that was like Enter the Gungeon mixed with Diablo.
Yeah.
Like I thought I saw it, I was like, this is kind of cool. Like it's just very chill, very like bullet time. Um, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, this would be one of those games. I feel like this would be one of those games that end up becoming a classic, like a very cult classic. Like people will play it and they'll just get addicted to it, and that's it. Like they're just gonna go back playing more and more and more.
This very much says Tachyon to me.
Yes,
I can see him playing this
100%.
one,
And
just getting hype.
and screaming at the what are you doing? Oh yeah, definitely 100%. I can see that. Oh yes, definitely. And then okay, so that was actually all our things. So what do you think of the
Right.
list? What would you pick out of those things that you're either looking forward to or that you're looking forward to playing?
Well, the two I got the most excited about are definitely Planet Zoo. I need to just find a good week I can put some time into Planet Zoo. That one just I love zoos anyway and animals, and I feel like it just fits me really well, and being able to customize everything, kind of just get lost in the zoo building. That one's way up there for me. And then the other one, um, I really liked was Little Big Workshop. That one seems super laid back. I love managing and kind of making sure everything's flowing well and producing like toys and things as efficiently as and it's super cute. So I definitely have to pick that one as my other one. Little Big Workshop.
I
Adorable.
agree. I like those a lot. Actually, Planet Zoo, I'm dying to play. I'm like itching. I'm like I'm gonna get off the stream and get right back on and play it.
What
Yeah.
other one were you really excited about?
Um, honestly, and it's going to sound weird coming from because I play like I love CS:GO and stuff like that. I'm actually looking forward to Village Monsters.
Nice.
like just a very simple. Want to just kick back and enjoy it. Legend of Keepers is going to be amazing, and I don't know, man. I might play that. I might play that. What was it the scary game? I might actually end up playing that. Just
Ooh,
the,
I'll definitely be there
the,
to
the
see
lurk in
that.
the dark. Oh my god, I'm gonna
Yeah,
cry.
that game looks super.
Looks
There's
creepy.
some really good ones coming out this week though. That w- that was a great lineup we looked through.
Definitely, 100%. So what would you say our indie of the week is? Would you give it to Planet Zoo?
I would probably give it to Planet Zoo. It is a bit of a a bigger game, bigger studio and things. It seems like they put so much work and detail. It looks like it has a lot of gameplay. I'd probably have to give it to Planet.
I think I have to give it to Planet Zoo too. I think Planet Zoo is going to be the indie of the week on me, and I know that it's pushing boundaries of saying indie, but I'm giving the company props for the old times and developing and how they have developed into a bigger company beyond just that. So definitely got to give it to them.
Yeah, I agree on that.
So I think that we agreed. Was it Keeper that we're agreeing on the Kickstarter?
And the Kickstarter, yeah. So this is we're doing a Kickstarter of the week. Is that how we're gonna do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I got I got it loaded up.
I have
What?
village. You said Village Monster. I have it pulled up right now.
Perfect. So this is Creature Keeper with loud music. This is Creature Keeper. It is on Kickstarter. It's got 7 days to go. I think it's only got another what 3.5 grand to go.
Yeah, they're getting really close on that one, and I was checking it out last night.
What do you think?
I really like it. I love I love the art style. It it's cute animals that you get to tame and fight with. I really like that concept of it. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's
I mean, I definitely got drawn into it right away from the art style. Very very Zelda like, but has a lot of movement to it, like a lot of detailed movement to it. Um, it just has a lot of concepts. Like you just saw up there, like the pocket garden. Like you can literally grow plants inside your pocket.
yes.
Um, so they've like eliminated the idea that you need to really be stationary. You can actually do stuff on the go. And that wolf is badass. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Um,
if you need a break from the action, you just pull out your little pocket garden and tend to it. Oh, look, he's got a whole bunch of bees. Well, I have to get
now you have to get it. That's it. Done.
it's done. Yeah, I'm sold. Look, they got I love it. Your little animals that follow you around have little hearts. So you
So you know
know
what they are.
yeah, that's I'm gonna have a big bee army. Oh
I'm
wow, look
gonna.
at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that's really pretty.
That's gonna be my
Yeah,
pet right there.
this looks
Yeah. So it's about what 3.5 away right now. So it's
That's really
definitely yeah it's close. Like it's really close. It's got 7 days left. 88% funded. 7 days left. Um, these are definitely the things here. Look at the features here. So 50 unique creatures to befriend and fight alongside with. Assemble your dream team from the ground up. Polished combat system. Variety of weapon skills and magic to customize your playstyle. Pocket garden, like we were talking before. A cooking system. So you're gonna have a cooking system. I love cooking systems actually. The bestiary. Did I say it? Bestiary.
beastery.
Bestiary. Thank you. Um, Entries which grant descriptions, notes, skills, player stats, and more. Colorful, fluid, animated sprites. I'll say there you go. Right. This music's probably gonna be so amazing. Here, let's see if I can listen. Oh, it's very like NES-ish. I love it. Oh, I love it. Stretch goals. So current, there's the goal, and the stretch goal would be befriending creatures to get it stronger. Oh, here you go. Creature showcase. You could pet them too. Has a
That's
lot.
the important. That was the important question. Can you
Can you
pet
pet
the dog? Is one of my favorite Twitters to follow.
it? I like it though. I like it. I think this is a good choice. First Kickstarter. You can support him for as low as $15 actually.
Yeah,
Um,
picking up the game for 15 and being able to pick it up to support the game development always feels really good too. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love backing. I've had a
oh, 100%.
great experience with that.
I love backing on Kickstarter. Especially games like this where it's just a one man project that she's just putting so much love and everything into. Oh, $35 you can get the alpha and beta too.
Some
And
of
you
the
get
higher
additional
tiers
copy.
are still available. You can design a creature. Pretty sweet.
It looks like the stretch goals gives you more monsters. It looks like there's this guy right here. Oh, and his Discord too.
Ooh.
So it looks like the game's going to come out in March of 2021, or that's the estimated thing. So it looks like a winner there. I hope that he gets there. So I post a link in chat, guys. If you get a chance to check them out, and definitely support if you get the chance to, because indies are the wave of the future, and that's the way that we gotta support them.
For sure. It's how we're gonna get, new unique games and people thinking outside the boxes. I love what the indie game area kind of represents.
100%.
Artistic and pushing boundaries and trying new things and experimenting. I love all that about it.
100% agreed. All right, I think that's gonna do it for episode 1 now, guys. If you guys want to, I just saw your post. If definitely something for next time, 100%.
Yeah.
Um, so any last words before we head out?
Um I'm super happy with how this went today. Thank you so much for putting it together and inviting me on as your co-host. I really and I will be sure I get all of the latest indie news from China while I'm there at a game conference this week. So that'll be really
That's
fun to
gonna be
talk about
amazing. Oh my
when I
god,
get
that's
back.
gonna be
I'll
amazing.
try to find some of the favorites there. That'll be fun.
I can't believe you're going to that. That's so cool.
I can't. Yeah, I didn't think playing video games would lead me to like world travelers. So it's been quite the pleasant surprise that's come along with working in gaming. So very
Yeah,
excited.
that is one heck of a surprise. Yeah, you definitely have fun.
I will for sure.
That's gonna do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and appreciating it for the first episode. We'll see you all. Are you back next week?
I'll be back on the 12th. So sometime after I get back, maybe the following Tuesday,
Probably.
19th, maybe.
Yeah,
I'll
probably
be
on the
back.
19th. We'll do our next one.
Sounds good. Thank you everyone for
Um,
joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you soon. Okay.